A gorilla is a large, powerful mammal known for its muscular build, intelligence, and complex social behavior. It walks primarily on all fours, using its knuckles for support, and has a broad chest, long arms, and a relatively short snout. As an animal, it shares many characteristics with other primates, but is distinct in size, strength, and mannerisms. The physical presence of a gorilla is imposing, with dense muscles and a thick frame that support its terrestrial lifestyle. Despite this strength, it moves with controlled, deliberate motion. Its limbs are adapted for both walking and limited climbing. Though it spends most of its time on the ground, gorillas are highly social and live in structured groups, led by a dominant figure. This group dynamic is built around communication, bonding, and cooperation. The relationships within a group are critical to its stability and function, with grooming and physical proximity being common forms of connection. The face of a gorilla is expressive and capable of a wide range of subtle movements. This expressiveness plays a significant role in non-verbal communication. A glance, a raised brow, or a change in posture can convey intent, emotion, or warning without sound. Vocalizations include grunts, hoots, and chest-beating displays. Each sound or action serves a specific communicative function, from alerting others to danger to expressing comfort or asserting dominance. These calls are understood within the group and help maintain cohesion. A gorilla's intelligence is evident in its problem-solving abilities and adaptability. It can use objects in its environment for practical purposes, showing a level of awareness and intention beyond instinct. Its memory and reasoning skills support this cognitive flexibility. The diet of a gorilla consists mainly of plant matter, including leaves, stems, and fruit. It forages methodically and spends a large portion of the day feeding. Its large digestive system processes tough plant fibers efficiently. Its hands and fingers are dexterous and capable of fine manipulation. This allows it to pick, peel, and examine items with care. This precision is part of what makes it an intelligent and observant mammal. Gorillas construct resting nests using nearby vegetation. These nests are temporary and reflect the animal's preference for comfort and shelter during periods of rest or sleep. The construction shows basic planning behavior. Though they are physically capable of aggression, gorillas often avoid conflict. They rely on displays and vocal warnings to resolve tension. Physical confrontations are rare and usually brief, as preserving group safety is more important than dominance contests. Grooming is not just hygienic, but also social. It reinforces bonds and helps reduce stress within the group. A gorilla being groomed or grooming another is engaging in a silent, mutual trust-building exchange. Young gorillas are nurtured closely and taught through observation and imitation. Learning is a continuous process involving both direct experience and social influence. Play among juveniles is an important part of development and social learning. The maternal bond is strong, with mothers carrying and caring for their offspring for extended periods. This attention ensures that the young develop the necessary physical and social skills to thrive within the group. The fur of a gorilla is coarse and dark, helping to regulate body temperature and provide some protection from the elements. While not decorative, it serves a practical function in the mammal's daily life. The eyes of a gorilla are forward-facing and expressive, allowing full depth perception and subtle emotional signaling. Eye contact can be powerful, often interpreted as a challenge or invitation, depending on context. Despite their intimidating appearance, gorillas are generally shy and reserved in the presence of unfamiliar animals or disruptions. Their instinct is often to observe and assess rather than react impulsively. They are deeply connected to their territory, though they do not defend it aggressively in the way some animals do. Instead, they travel within known ranges and prefer stability over confrontation. Rest is a regular part of a gorilla's day. Periods of activity are followed by long, quiet intervals. This rhythm supports digestion and group bonding, reinforcing their calm and measured approach to life. The presence of a gorilla in its environment affects many other organisms, as it interacts with vegetation and shapes local ecological balance through its feeding habits and movement patterns. At its core, the gorilla is a reflection of complexity, strength, and sensitivity. It embodies the dual traits of power and gentleness, forming intricate social ties while navigating its world with awareness and care. The fur of a gorilla serves as a crucial element of its physical and physiological makeup, performing multiple roles that support the mammal's survival and well-being. It is not ornamental or purely superficial, but deeply functional, woven into the animal's daily existence. One of the most essential purposes of gorilla fur is temperature regulation. The dense, coarse hairs trap layers of air close to the skin, creating insulation that helps the animal maintain a stable internal body temperature. This insulating effect is particularly important during periods of cooler weather. Fur also acts as a barrier between the gorilla's skin and the external environment. It helps shield the body from wind, moisture, and direct contact with rough surfaces. This physical protection reduces the chance of cuts, scrapes, and irritation during movement through dense vegetation. The texture and thickness of the fur serve as a defense against water exposure. While not waterproof, it sheds water to some extent, reducing the rate at which moisture reaches the skin. This keeps the gorilla more comfortable in wet conditions and helps avoid skin infections. Fur provides a cushion during periods of rest. When a gorilla sits or lies on uneven or hard surfaces, the fur acts as a soft layer that reduces pressure points and physical stress on the skin. It also helps retain warmth during long periods of inactivity. Fur plays a role in minimizing friction during locomotion. When the gorilla moves through dense foliage or across rugged terrain, the fur reduces the risk of skin abrasion by absorbing some of the contact with external objects, including branches or rocks. The distribution of fur on a gorilla's body is not random, but reflects areas needing specific protection. Thicker fur covers regions exposed to frequent contact or pressure, while areas requiring more freedom of movement tend to have shorter or less dense hair. Fur contributes to the gorilla's sensory perception. Each hair is connected to nerve endings that can detect subtle changes in the environment. This tactile feedback allows the animal to sense crawling insects, air movement, or light physical contact without visual cues. The color and condition of the fur can also communicate social or biological information. Though not used for camouflage in a strict sense, the appearance of the fur may indicate maturity, health, or emotional state, which other members of a group can interpret. During grooming, fur serves as a social medium. Gorillas use grooming to remove debris, soothe one another, and strengthen social bonds. The act of combing through fur fosters trust and reinforces group cohesion, making it more than just a hygienic task. In moments of aggression or display, the appearance of the fur changes. Pillow erection, the reflexive raising of the fur, makes the gorilla appear larger and more intimidating. This serves as a non-violent method of communication to deter threats or assert presence. Fur also plays a role in personal scent retention and distribution. Oils from the skin, along with other chemical markers, cling to the hair and can be transferred to surroundings. This scent trail may support recognition and territory marking within the gorilla's range. Young gorillas rely on the fur of adults, particularly mothers, for comfort and security. Holding onto thick fur allows for physical closeness, which is essential in early development. The fur becomes a bridge for both transportation and bonding. Over time, the quality of fur reflects changes in the gorilla's health and age. A healthy animal has fur that appears robust and full, while illness or malnutrition may cause thinning or dullness. This external condition can act as an indicator of internal well-being. Fur provides limited protection against biting insects, though it is not impenetrable. It creates a first line of defense that reduces the ease with which insects reach the skin. Grooming assists in maintaining this barrier by removing pests that become trapped. During transitional climates or shifts in weather, the fur adjusts gradually. While not as seasonally dynamic in some animals, gorilla fur does show subtle changes that help the mammal adapt to varying environmental pressures over time. Fur aids in the absorption and retention of natural oils. These oils, secreted by the skin, help condition the hair and maintain skin health. The combination of oil and fur supports a flexible yet resilient outer covering that protects from both dryness and irritation. Touching and interacting with fur is a way for gorillas to comfort themselves and others. Whether through self-grooming or group interaction, the tactile sensation of fur contact plays a calming role and supports emotional regulation within the group. Even though the fur may collect debris such as leaves, soil, or pollen, it functions as a filter that prevents these materials from irritating the skin directly. Regular grooming keeps the fur clean and functional, preserving its protective qualities. In essence, gorilla fur is a multi-purpose feature deeply tied to the animal's physical protection, social behavior, and environmental adaptability. It is not a passive layer, but an active component of the gorilla's life, woven into everything from survival to social connection.